It was raining when I got off the train in Nashville, Tennessee. The rain was soft and gray. I felt tired, so I went straight to my hotel. In the hotel lobby, I saw a large man walking back and forth. He looked like a hungry dog searching for food. He had a red face and sleepy eyes. He told me his name was Major Wentworth Caswell, and he said he came from an important family in the South. He invited me to the hotel bar for a drink. At the bar, he talked a lot about himself. He said his wife was rich and showed me some silver coins in his pocket. I didn't like him, so I said goodnight and went to my room. My room was quiet. I looked out the window. It was 10 o'clock at night, but the town was silent. What a quiet place, I thought, and I went to bed. The next morning, I left the hotel at 9 o'clock to visit a woman named Azalea Adair. I was sent by my magazine in New York to meet her. She was a writer, and my boss wanted her to write stories only for our magazine. As I stepped outside, I met an old black man named Uncle Caesar. He stood next to a horse and carriage. His coat was old and colorful from age, and it had only one big yellow button left. "Where do you want to go, sir?" he asked politely. I told him the address, and he took me there. The house was old and falling apart. Miss Adair opened the door. She was about 50 years old, with white hair and a kind face. Her yellow dress was clean but worn. Inside the house, the furniture was old and damaged. We talked at her table. She told me about her life. She was from a good family, but now she was poor. I explained the magazine's offer, and she agreed to write for us. As I got ready to leave, someone knocked on her back door. Miss Adair answered it, and when she returned, she looked happier. She rang a small bell, and a young girl came into the room. Miss Adair gave her a torn dollar and asked her to buy tea and cakes. The girl ran outside, but we heard her scream. A man shouted angrily. Miss Adair went to see him. When she came back, she said quietly, "I'm sorry, I cannot offer you tea after all." I left, feeling sorry for her. Later, Major Caswell found me again at the hotel. He bought me a drink and showed me the same torn dollar that I had given to Uncle Caesar earlier. I wondered how he got it. The next day, Uncle Caesar took me back to Miss Adair's house. She looked weak and tired. After she signed the agreement, she fainted. I called for help, and Uncle Caesar ran to get a doctor. The doctor told me that Miss Adair didn't have enough food to eat. She was too proud to ask for help, except from Uncle Caesar, who used to be her family's slave. The doctor also told me that she was married to Major Caswell, who was a drunk. He took all the little money she had. I gave Miss Adair $50 and told her it was from the magazine. Then Uncle Caesar drove me back to my hotel. That evening, I heard people talking loudly near a store. I went to see what happened. Major Caswell was dead. Someone had killed him in a fight. People said he had been showing off $50 earlier, but the money was gone. As I stood near his body, I saw something fall from his hand. It was a yellow button, the one from Uncle Caesar's coat. I picked it up and put it in my pocket. The next morning, as my train crossed a river, I took out the button and threw it into the water.